Hello, everyone. Welcome to Snap Take. This is Glazer of Snap Judgments, the official podcast of Marvel Snap Zone. And today we're going to take a look at what is statistically the most effective deck to win Infinity tickets so far, and what I used to win 2 Infinity tickets in my only 2 runs. We hope you'll enjoy the video and we hope you'll check it out. Hopefully, you'll also hit subscribe. We bring you 2 brand new decks every single weekday. We usually bring you more than that. We find you the best decks before the meta has time to adapt. This way, you can grab your Infinity tickets, your Infinity borders, get your rank up on Infinite and up to post Infinite ladder. We bring you what you need to be the best at Marvel Snap you can be. Hopefully, that's worth a sub. Hopefully, you like the video. It provides you value. If it does, you sub, and if not, hey, hope you enjoyed either way. We also, every single month, do the biggest giveaway in all of Marvel Snap. We've given away 15 Loki season passes so far. I actually think it's more than that. I've lost track. But 15 Loki season passes. I think I'm going to give away 1 or 2 more. Just need to make sure finances are in order. Before the season ends, I want as many people to have a chance to play this great card as humanly possible. We do the biggest giveaway every month. Next season, we're giving away at least 15 of Elsa Bloodstone. Make sure you're subbed. That will kick off probably in next Sunday or Monday's video, so make sure you don't miss that either. Our deck credits today. Our first deck is from Dexter. That's twitch.tv/Dexter or youtube.com at Dexter Snap. You probably know Dexter. Dexter is one of the biggest Marvel Snap creators. I think he's in the top 3. I don't usually feature decks from the largest creators like Cozy decks, Dexter decks don't really fit the purview of this channel. But when a deck that they release is this dominant in the meta, is performing this well, I feel like we almost have no choice. I need to make sure that my viewers are not behind on the meta, right? Like we need to be caught up and we need to know what's performing. If this is going to be a performer in the meta, this is going to be meta deck, then we can either A, play it, or B, figure out how to counter it. The second deck is a homebrew. I featured it in passing as a theory craft in my Ravonna Renslayer deck guide. Turns out that deck really works. Hopefully you'll check me out on Twitter at SnapJudgeCast, and once more, if you're willing, sub here. The first deck is Iron Patriot. This is Dexter's Iron Patriot. As always, these are the variants I have and use for the deck. This is how I would play it. This is how it looks in my collection. Although I keep everything gold border. So this, but gold borders. Um, this is your standard Iron Patriot list, right? Like everything looks standard Iron Patriot until you get to Alioth and Iron Man, I guess. Iron Man's not in a lot of these versions. Iron Man right now is really, really great because a lot of people are playing Red Skull nonsense, and Iron Man on a Forged Brood or on a Absorbing Man to Brood will often just go big enough to win that lane with a little Patriot Surfer love, and that's fantastic, right? It's a wonderful way to basically take their big thing and say no thank you. If you do that on turn 5, turn 6, if you can pick where they're taskmastering, Alioth wins the game for you. They will just be dead. They can't do anything about it. The game is over. You've won. That's the real spice here, dropping Alioth into the Iron Patriot list. It's really good. There's 1,000 versions. I shared literally 3 versions of this deck yesterday. It occurred to me like 3 days ago, apparently, as it occurred to Dexter, or Dexter didn't make the deck. He doesn't really do deck credits. I think he makes a lot of his stuff, but I couldn't tell you for sure. I dropped 3 versions of this yesterday. I realized a few days ago that this was a tier 1 deck that we just sort of stopped playing, and it didn't seem justified. So there's lots of versions of this that can win right now. I've got a version with Ravonna that I'm crushing with. It's a really, really great deck. The one card you're really going to need for this deck to be good is Iron Lad. Alioth can be anything from Legion to Wasp to just a nice extra 2-drop like a Shadow King. Anything along those lines is completely freaking fine for Alioth. The deck is still going to be really good, if not as high ceiling, but Iron Lad is a necessity because, well, sometimes you miss your Absorber Man on 4, and having Lad as almost a backup there is absolutely fantastic. And sometimes that hits like an Iron Man or an Alioth or a Doom, and you just like get a free auto win. Deck is absolutely sick. And again, check yesterday's video if you're curious for 3 more versions of this deck that are all proven winners. Turn by turn. Um, You skip, then you forge, then you brood or sinister. Brood is exponentially better than sinister here because brood can be hit by Silver Surfer. Mr. Sinister cannot. The power is similar enough between Patriot and Surfer otherwise, but if it's sinister, Surfer doesn't buff it, and then doesn't buff your Absorb Man clone either. So you're really gonna want Patriot in those games. So you go skip, forge, brood, or sinister. Brood much better. Then you absorb a man and copy either the brood or sinister. Then you drop either Iron Man or Lad. If you didn't see Absorb Man on 4, you're Absorb Man there. Iron Man or Lad. You can Blue Marvel if you got the full combo going. You just want to go taller. Or you can play either Surfer or Patriot and Sinister. A Patriot and a Sinister here is often a decent play. Last turn, you want to drop either Surfer and Patriot, or Doom, or Alioth. You're gonna have to count, right? Are you so far ahead in one lane that like they're just gonna give up the like they can't possibly go tall and wide enough to beat you? Great. Well, then you just need Alioth. Are they gonna be only able to play in one lane, and then if you go wide, you win? Then you Doom. Or do you just need to be a little taller and the lane's already tall in? Surfer and Patriot will do that. Pick based on board. All right, variant time. I hate this forge, but this is the only forge I have. I have 2 Sinisters. This is my preferred one. This is the bundle one. There's also the one we got for free in the... I guess I have 3 Sinisters. I have Chibi, but I don't like Chibi. There was the Sinister that we got for Conquest that season. It's fine. I like this one a little better. It feels more classic Sinister. This is, again, my favorite Patriot. I've got like 5 Patriot variants. I might have every Patriot variant in the game. I have the Chibi one, the one where he's slaying, and the one where he's riding like the hover thing. This is the best. I have it gold with some nice gold sparkles. It's a very, very good, very, very good variant. Sorry, anyone who's new here. I got food poisoning yesterday. I'm still struggling a little bit with it. So like trying to get through this as fast as possible because we do a video every weekday. There are no exceptions. We've never missed one. We're not starting now. All right. This brood is awesome. It's the broodiest feeling brood. I would trade it for the hip in a second, but I haven't seen the hip brood in a really long time. I did buy this surfer. It's not my favorite surfer. I might trade it in for another when one of the new surfers comes to my shop, but I like it enough and I like hip enough that I'm buying it to sort of encourage more hips. Same thing for Absorb Man. I'd buy Absorb Man, but I like this Absorb Man also a fair amount. Awesome. Hip Iron Lad, easily the best Iron Lad variant and one of the best hip variants. I really like the colorfulness of the background, so I haven't even tried to do anything cool with it. I just run a regular gold version. I just pulled this Iron Man. I have a black and white of the sort of like maroon armor Iron Man. I don't know which one I like better. I'm probably going to flip between the two until I figure that out. I've got a lovely gold background of this hip blue Marvel. It's beautiful. Alioth, of course, hip is Gengar, the best Doom, and some will yell at me that it is Baby Doom and still be wrong because he is playing with Thor and Iron Man, not Mr. Fantastic and Thing. And I just opened this America yesterday because I decided to blow some credits because people kept telling me they were getting hips in their collection track, and I was like, maybe I will. So instead, I got this Iron Man in this America, so like I didn't lose out by blowing those credits, but I also didn't get any more hits. This is now my favorite America. I take overtaking the bundle one that I have it with a nice gold background. I think this one is better. It feels much closer to the character to me. All right, this is the deck I sort of threw together that has been absolutely killing it. This is Ravonna. Try one. I guess I even have some new variants I could try in here. This is that Maroon Armor Iron Man I wanted to mention earlier. This deck is absolutely sick. I don't know how else to put it. This is easily the my favorite home for Ravonna right now, and I found like 5 homes for Ravonna at this point that I think are all really good. Um, I mean, being able to Darkhawk and Mystique on turn 5 if you're Ravonna is ridiculous, right? Like, so a decent play line that happens like a lot with this deck is you go like 1 Korg to something like Snowguard or Angela or Widow, and then you drop Ravonna, and then you go Rock Slide and either Angela or Widow, and now like if they're running America, they're done drawing for the game from that turn 4 Widow, right? Their turn 5 draw doesn't exist, and then turn 6 it's America. So you've basically like shut down half their game if you get Widow out there, and then you just go like, especially because like we've never seen Lashang, you've now dropped Rock Slide, Korg, and Widow, so you've got +2, 4, 6 on Darkhawk. So no, excuse me, 8 on Darkhawk. So that's a 14 power Darkhawk, 14 power Mystique, works out pretty well. And that's like just your turn, right? Like you don't even have to play Sarah if they're not running um if they're not running it. Sarah's still perfectly fine, right? Because like then turn 5 you didn't see Ravonna, right? You turn 5 Sarah, then you turn 6 Darkhawk and Mystique and you'll be fine, right? Like totally good. You can also drop a last turn if you get Sarah out, a 3 cost Iron Man with a 1 Mystique. It's 4, which means your Darkhawk that also now costs 2 is just perfectly happy to come out there. And then you're gonna go like, why are Loki and Collector? Collector is the worst card in the deck. I'm pretty sure I would remove Collector. Um, However, Collector does 2 things. One, people see Collector come out on 2, or Collector come out on 4 because you can play it for 1 when you have Ravonna, and they freak out, right? Because Loki's so good and so powerful right now. Collector is for me going to become almost immediately upon his release Mobius, and I think I'm probably replacing Loki for Rogue, and then I'm just gonna keep the rest of the deck as is. But what Loki does is it gives me just an extra thing to do for 5 power at the end of the game. Right? Like if I can make Collector 4 or 5, and I usually can because I can drop Snow Guard, and I can drop Loki for 5, right? Like I've now dropped so my last turn, right? Like where my late game is now 5 energy and I'm getting like 10, 11, 10 to 12 power out of it. It's not bad at all. Works out perfectly fine. And sometimes Loki's real key to me is if I think they're gonna wave and I just don't have enough to go wide with their wave, I just Loki and take their like wave answer, right? Like I Loki, I'm usually ahead because like look at how much power I'm putting out, right? Like I can drop Darkhawk and Mystique and all this nonsense earlier if I think they're gonna Loki. Sorry, if I think they're gonna wave. And at that point, when I Loki, right, like I've got their Doom or their Alioth or whatever. And if I've got priority, well, and I'm ahead, then those just win me the game. All right. Snowguard here can be Agent 13. It is significantly worse. I've won a lot of games with this, including the Gold Conquest games, by using the stupid bird. That bird is incredible. Ravonna and Darkhawk are needed. They're the core of the deck, and I'm not sure Collector is good, actually. I'm pretty sure Collector is bad. I'm not sure what to replace him with for now. And since I keep winning, I don't really feel a huge need to rock the boat, but I'm not sure Collector is good. All right. Your basic idea here is go tall and wide. Turn 1 is Korga Snowguard. Turn 2 is Angela, then Widow, then Collector. And remember, if you're playing Collector here, he's probably not going to roll much bigger than 5 or 6. But a 2, 5, or 6 is still a pretty damn good card. Maybe it's just Medusa. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Turn 3 is Ravonna or Rock Slide. Ravonna is highly preferred because that lets you Rock Slide and another 1 on turn 4. If that is Widow, you're very happy. But it's also perfectly fine to just drop Angela and then Rock Slide on Angela for a 5 power turn 4. That's going to disrupt them, especially if you Widowed earlier. Turn 5, Sarah or Darkhawk and Mystique or Loki plus a 2. Loki and the whatchamacallit, and the bird is reasonably often my play here. Loki and the Snowbird is a very good play. Usually get 3 or 4 cards, which is enough. You've got a 8 power turn 5, perfectly acceptable, bigger than their Black Bolt or whatever other nonsense. And as you're getting that 8 power turn 5, you just take their hand and do whatever they're going to do better, right? Like they're playing Wave, you've got a bigger turn 5, go win. Turn 6, Iron Man or Darkhawk plus Mystique. Sometimes Darkhawk and Mystique is right. Sometimes Iron Man Mystique is right. You're gonna have to read the board to figure that out. Sometimes like just Darkhawk is so big he's gonna win alone here, and you just Iron Man and Mystique one lane and play Darkhawk in one lane. That's always fun. I don't know. There's a million plays. There's a lot you can do here. This deck is so strong and so cool. I really, really hope that anyone who can try it out does try it out. Again, 2 infinity tickets, 2 tries. I lost a grand total of like 4 cubes across the 2 runs. Once more, this is the deck. Let's go over some variants. I accidentally got the Snowguard, but I'm happy to have a Snowguard variant. This is the Anime Angela, which is, the Bundle Angela and the Bundle Mystique. They are 2 of my favorite variants. I've got a gold background on both of them and gold border. I do not have this Ravonna, much like Zabu. I'm trying to encourage the hip Ravonna and the hip Zabu to show up in my shop. So I'm showing them as hope. Rock Slide is is the best Rock Slide variant. This is the Rock Paper Scissors Christmas Rock Slide. It's adorable. I'd also argue this is the best Darkhawk. I think it's really cool. We talked about Iron Man. I have two Iron Mans that I like. I literally unlocked this Loki earlier today. I hit level 50 on the track. I got it to gold. It's gorgeous. It's my favorite Loki variant. Sorry to those of you who like Venom. And I now have Hip Sarah, so I'm going to alternate between Anime Sarah, Hip Sarah, and 1699 Sarah because I think all three are absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I have three Hips in the deck. We've got our Korg, we've got our Collector, we've got our Widow. Hips are the best. Apparently, Marvel Snap's community largely agrees. Try this deck, pretty please. I don't think you'll regret it. All right, cool. That is today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to go drink some Pedialyte and go back to sleep. I'll see y'all Sunday in all likelihood. Worst case Monday, but like, let's be honest, it's almost always Sunday for another Snap Take. You watch this long, might as well hit that sub button. We'd appreciate it as always. Peace, everybody. See you soon.